Chat, here we go. We got ourselves another match, a surprise match, as Joreuz and Oaly drop in the chat and say that they're down to play a match. And so, of course, we're down to have these teammates bout against each other. We've had some other teammates play against each other recently in both Ness and Rye and Ness and Scrubkilla. So why not have some RLCS teammates go against each other in Joreuz and Oaly? Now, I think that Joreuz is heavily favored in this matchup. Chat, let me know. Has Oaly played any 1v1s on Johnny's stream? I don't know how much I've seen him in the 1v1 space, but I know he's a high-level player, and usually a player as good as he is in RLCS who is willing to play a one-show match is going to translate that skill pretty well. Not always, but usually, I would say. Nope, he never has. So we all get to find out how it's going to go for Oaly today. And not too bad. It is a 2-0 start, but before it gets too out of hand, he wins a kickoff with a nice standard. I think Joreuz might have been going wave dash kickoff, and it didn't work out. A nice bounce dribble into a power shot inside the post. That is a classic ones play. They're not teammates, it's rumors. Oh, I forgot. Rumored teammates, Joreuz and Oaly. You know what I've noticed is orgs will announce stuff now, and it's so late that I'm like confused why anyone's even talking about it. They're like, Zen will be playing for Vitality, and I'm like, wait, what? Haven't we known this for 2 months? And then I realized, oh yeah, I guess Vitality never said it, and now this is the first time they've said it. It really takes a ton of wind out of the sails of the org's announcements, because, like I said, we've known the Vitality roster for what feels like an entire month. It's probably been a couple weeks, but it feels like forever. Oxygen released 3 images that were, oh yeah, it was Oaly. It was like Oaly lotion or whatever, right? And then it was an Archer, or specifically it was like Robin Hood, right? But you're supposed to think Archer. And then there was a 4th one, a Ram or something like that, right? Is that a coach? Is Rams a coach or something like that? A goat. Oh, was it a goat? So it's just all of them are just goats? Is that what it was? Isn't it rumored that Oxygen is going to pick these guys up? I feel like that's what I've heard. Oaly will take his first lead in show match history, it sounds like. I imagine he's probably played a one show match here or there somewhere else, but he's going to bump Joreuz off the ball and get 3 straight here after Joreuz goes up 2-0. Oaly pulling off the ball after an aggressive first touch. Joreuz trying to just catch him out of position with a booming power shot, but Oaly had not pulled towards the ball that much. Joreuz from the ceiling able to intercept this one, and Oaly trying to go for a cheeky shot, and he found it. I was like, man, this is so aggressive with 0 boost. Or I guess he had 32, but by the time he made the shot, he didn't have a ton. I thought if he doesn't get this shot, Joreuz should just be taking it straight down the field with no momentum for Oaly, but he just found a way to pop it in just inside that top left corner. Ball to air dribble into a reset for Oaly. The musty is low but effective as Joreuz was pre-jumping something higher. 5-0 run for Oaly. Joreuz expecting that to go more center of the net. And the fact that Oaly didn't connect with it as strongly as he could have might have been a good thing, because if he gets right underneath that in the same angle that he was headed in, I think he launches it where Joreuz was pre-jumping. That's why Joreuz was out center field. But because he just barely clipped it with the side of his car, he ended up sliding it to the bottom left. This one is a much cleaner, and as a result, Joreuz is much more prepared for where the ball is headed. Now Joreuz trying to decide whether or not it's worth picking up boost or cutting in for a quick shot, and he ends up doing neither, not getting boost and not getting the 100. So it'll be Oaly the other way. That's actually a great use of the air roll to get the backflip to bring the ball on target, but Joreuz gets the save nonetheless. And now these guys have gone into a bit of ring around the rosy as they go around the map clockwise over and over and over. Joreuz is going to be able to end it with a double. No, he will once again glue it to the wall and continue the clockwise rotation. This happens sometimes in 1v1. This should be an opportunity to end it. Yeah, Jory is finally going to tap the ball against the rotation, and of course, it immediately turns into a goal. All right, see you later, Gom. Thanks for hanging out. Oaly kind of sick. Yeah, 6-2. 6-0 run for him in this 1v1 against Joreuz. There are a ton of secret 1v1 players or top 1v1 players who just don't play the game mode in RLCS. I guarantee it. You know, because it's a game mode that so many different players cannot enjoy or like can very easily tilt during and not want to play. I think there's tons and tons of talent that don't play the mode that maybe could. I don't know. Is Oaly rated on the leaderboard? Chat, do you guys know? Have you seen him on the leaderboard? The ones leaderboard. Joreuz just doesn't want to humiliate his teammate. Yeah, just like Scrub wanted Nest to look good before RLCS started up. That's what Joreuz is doing now, right? He's usually very high. Oh, well, there you go. So never mind. He plays ones. He just doesn't do show matches then. If he's usually very high, then, you know, I take most of what I said back. Somebody who's grinding to top 50 or whatever, even in the ones leaderboard, is an RLCS player who plays ones. I think there's still people, like I said, that probably play almost no ones and could be really good at it. But if Oaly is top 50 even, then that's just somebody who for some reason hasn't been playing show matches. It's a great shot for Joreuz. A catch and reset to put it top shelf. Oaly falling off the wall right as Joreuz goes to shoot it, which is perfect timing from him. He used to single-handedly carry his RLCS team. He's just too good for everything. Someone streaming the close qual. Yeah, that's going to be streamed by a good amount of people. I know Rizzo for sure will be streaming some games. If you just want to check out Rizzo as your safety blanket, you always know Rizzo will be there. Joreuz ceiling reset makes for his angle of attack to be very predictable, straight down from the top of the arena to the net. And it's going to make the save for Oaly somewhat easy as he puts himself up 8-5 in his debut match here against Joreuz. Both these guys, by the way, from the Netherlands. In case we forgot to mention that. I think most people know that about Joreuz, but maybe some people who only watch 1v1 are learning about Oaly for the first time. Joreuz a sixth. And now it's actually possible. I mean, I still don't think very likely, but Oaly did try and go all the way to the ceiling to contest this dribble from Joreuz and actually made it too far back down. Could have afforded to not jump off the ceiling. If he had fallen, maybe he would have been in the perfect position. Wait a second. Is Joreuz going to win this game? Is Joreuz going to win this game? Why does he always do this to us? Why does Joreuz always do this to us? He does it more than anybody else. It's like he's toying with the audience. He's going to fake this kickoff completely. And Oaly, for whatever reason, is not just going to take it to his corner. He is going to flick it at Joreuz. So Joreuz now has a possession. Oaly tried to pre-jump it. He missed it big, but actually it worked out. It led to a pretty decent touch. And now Oaly should be able to send it away. Yeah. Oaly will get the game 1 win, but Joreuz did make it closer than it needed to be. Is it best of 5? Yeah, usually is. Unless you guys want more. Okay, 5. 5 it is. Game number 2. Only 5. They say they got school tomorrow. And Oaly says too much ones for me to go any more than 5. But he is going to continue his hot streak. Although I guess actually Joreuz ended the game with a hot streak. But the majority of the game time was in favor of Oaly. Nice pre-flip to finish off this kickoff. Who do you think will be surprisingly qualified for the main event? I think it's going to be less about who surprisingly qualifies and more about who will surprisingly not qualify. Does that make sense? Joreuz looking to try and slot this on the far post. Oaly able to save it and counter, and Joreuz just not prioritizing, retreating back to net, taking his sweet time as he goes all the way to the midfield to grab the 100 when he needed to be covering this immediate shot from the wall. Gen G not going to qualify. Yeah, I think it's about NRG and Gen G. I think the Gs, people will be watching them holding their breath. Because I think that's where the story is. Them qualifying or not. Not to take anything from the other teams that will be qualifying in their place if they do. Jory is going to give a free one, or be given a free one, I should say. As Oaly backflipping as he falls off the wall. Little Step Bros on top. I actually feel like Little Step Bros do have a good chance to qualify. They've shown that they can play well. Joreuz bounce dribble. His hook shot is saved, though. I feel like Little Step Bros make themselves very hard to be picked up by an org. Am I wrong? Or will orgs, when it comes down to it, be like, are we going to take a team name that was previously Little Step Bros? This is a great shot from Joreuz. He doesn't really get a ton of heat on it, but actually ends up working out as a mix-up, basically a fake, dropping the ball down to the ground. And Oaly trying to make these saves off of the back wall is so hard to do when you float out in front of the net instead of jumping, but and it's just kind of the position he's forced himself into these past couple defensive stands. How do you think Luminosity will do? That's Kinsey's team, right? Kinsey and Line Blaze. And was it the other member of Old Torrent? I forget who their third is. They could do well. I think those are good players. Alraz. So that wasn't a member of Torrent, but or was it? That wasn't. No, it was Zanil, Magic Bear, Kinsey, right? You know what's interesting about that is the fact that everybody talks about Kinsey or how good Magic Bear is going to be is almost trashing the other two players. I know they're not actually trashing the other two players, but everyone's like, oh, Magic Bear's, the GOAT, which is maybe true. But they did pretty well, and his teammates were pretty decent. So it's almost like saying, oh, Magic Bear was doing it all for his team, which is interesting. It would suggest that Luminosity and like these other teams with his ex-teammates won't do as well. Dark Zero, I think, is his other teammate. Joreuz. Ceiling reset. This is actually an insane 1v1 that we are going to try and focus a little bit more on. I think everyone's really excited about the quals. But all those YouTube viewers, they're like, what the heck, man? Those quals already happened. I don't care. Talk to me about this really fast-paced matchup between Joreuz and Oaly, because it has been a very exciting one so far. The playstyles of both these guys are so entertaining, and Joreuz is always a good half of a show match in terms of guaranteeing some exciting 1v1 action, but Oaly has completely matched him so far with just as much pace and just as much eye-opening plays, or I'm trying to think of jaw-dropping is maybe the phrase I was trying to think of. Oaly has loved these doubles on the ground. He tried one earlier. This one's not going to work. Joreuz not able to connect on a double off the sidewall, and that's something that Joreuz has actually been doing a ton. He's been trying to set up these sidewall doubles instead of back wall doubles, which I don't hate. They're a little bit easier to save because the first touch isn't high above the net where the defender can be scared. Oh, we're gonna see a pogo from Oaly. Oh, I haven't seen anybody else but Dark succeed in a pogo. I've seen Zapatos try it, but man, what a debut that would be if we saw Oaly hit a pogo. He's gonna pre-jump Joreuz' air dribble, and Joreuz just completely loses control of the ball, whether he was adjusting to Oaly's pre-jump or not. Now Joreuz with 30 boost and a carry. He's going to pop the ball and bump Oaly in the process. a slight mix-up in the speed of this dribble is the reason why he scores. Oaly has more than enough boost to make a proper save, but Jory is doubling up 2 for 1 with that touch. Joreuz. Why is he shooting on a wide open net with 40 seconds left to go? Oh, Oaly wall dash, that's why. He messed up the wall dash. Oaly, Oath, and Oski get mixed up. Do they? That would be a nice team, though. Oaly trying to slow roll this ball at Joreuz. See if he can make a defensive mistake, but Joreuz does a decent enough job. He's going to get his back corner stolen. Joreuz still has more than enough boost, though. He did not need the back corner in the first place. He carries this one away. Oaly is going to take it high, and I think Joreuz's approach to him at the midfield helped convince him to do so. Joreuz is just camping up in the top left corner. What is he doing up there? It's going to be so hard to make a proper save from that position. It would be insane if he was able to do it. Oh, he must have just been stuck on the post. He just got glued himself up there and came down way too late. So now Oaly is up 5-4. 3 seconds left to go. Can Joreuz get it up? Nope. Oaly will just dunk it. He knows that he can end the game. So it's going to be a 2-0 lead for Oaly. But unfortunately for him, his teammate Joreuz has him right where he wants him. Game 3. These two teammates, or I should say rumored teammates, going at it. Oaly's showing he's got the stuff to hang in 1v1. As he pops this ball, reset, looking for the top left corner. Doesn't quite hit it. So now he'll back up the ball, but just a moment of lapse as he turns to get midfield boost is enough for Joreuz to get back. And what? How is Joreuz not getting scored on here? Such a big mistake, it felt like. And yet Oaly was not able to quickly shoot and punish him. And now it's just going to be a Joreuz first goal. What team is Joreuz in? He's rumored to team with Oaly and Archie. Maybe we worship Joreuz too much. I don't know if that's the case. I think worship's a weird word to use, but I think a lot of people are fans of Joreuz because he has a very exciting style, and up until very recently was also nearly unbeatable with it. I think he has had some struggles in show matches recently, and my credit to him is that he's never stopped playing. And so I think it's just a matter of time. Joreuz could explode right back. Not to mention there hasn't been a ton of tournaments and stuff that I think Joreuz seems to shine in. So when it comes tournament time, I would not bet against the man who has always found a way, regardless of how recent show matches have gone for him. But I have to stress, because I really love that he does this, he is a highly regarded player in terms of 1v1 ranking. You know, lots of people for a long time have put him at either like number 1 or maybe even number 2 at all times in EU. And that has never stopped him from just running matches and sometimes losing and sometimes winning, but still going right back at it. And that's great for the ones of yours, if you ask me. And not something that every top player will do. Oaly, this reset is pre-jumped and saved by Joreuz. Such a fast-paced game between these two. Neither one of them want to slow down and play a calculated dribble. They just want to see if they can out-mechanic and outspeed the other, which leads to a very exciting gameplay. Wait, did Joreuz basically just psycho this? I think that... Oh, I think it was wide. But Oaly's shot off the backboard gets read by Joreuz. Look at this flick. The musty. Or I guess you could say the breezy. I think that had the same setup as a breezy off the side wall. Oh, no. I guess it's just a musty. Backflipped into it. 1-1. Oh, holy moly. Everybody's been trying to come up with Oaly puns in chat. And they've been good. Holy Oaly and Oaly moly is, I guess, really the same one, but just changing which word you substitute. But I still like them both. Joreuz using the reset to get this 50. Almost made it possible for him to pinch into the ground and score. Oaly just got a bit lazy here on the recovery. He's going to throw himself a woo because he knows he probably shouldn't have let this one in, especially considering Joreuz had no boost at all. But he saw an opportunity he could not pass up. Holy guacamole. That's silly. Oaly double resets, dude. Oaly has been insane. Such a creative player here in his 1v1 debut. He's looking for double resets to go top left. Joreuz gonna have a tough time defending that portion of the net and not leaving the entirety of the far post open. Missed wave dash kickoff for Oaly though, so Joreuz will show him how it's done. Okay, so Oaly's the GOAT now. You're ready to admit it. Oaly yanksing on Joreuz. We got to see some more Yan. Yan is crazy. I'll tell you who's not crazy. I was about to say Oaly because he just seemed like he passed the ball to Joreuz for a free bucket, but he does recover to not get scored on. 0 boost for him. Not a very convincing fake considering he can't even get anywhere near the ball, so Joreuz will take it. Mickey goals for Joreuz. How quick the chat sentiment can swing. Now every goal Joreuz gets is silly, dumb, we hate it, it's cringe. Oaly, he's our new #1. Joreuz, what a nice slow down. Can he earn his fans back? He certainly is doing his best to do so, as Oaly tries to pre-jump the bounce and Joreuz just kills it and rolls it underneath. Cringe? Imagine saying that play was cringe. Oh man, how far has chat fallen? Oaly not able to get the reset wave dash he was looking for. Jory is trying to play a bit of keep away as he starts to dribble, but needs to get the ball down, which is hard to do when you have to accelerate because somebody's chasing you down. The big problem is the arc on your wall to air dribble will likely be far too high, which was the case here. And then Oaly able to get back to the ball and run it down center field. Joreuz, oh, he needed to double this in. Wasn't that threatening of a take because it was aimed so far away from the net at the back wall that Oaly knew he didn't have to worry about that first touch. It was only ever going to be the double. He did stop said double. He's going to turtle his way into the back corner. And how can he possibly play keep away long enough to get a goal here? Joreuz with a slight boost disadvantage since Oaly was able to reset on the 100 right there, but a great possession for him. Oaly is going to score. Jory's going to throw the woo with 10 seconds left to go. Who has Yan not played yet? Yan has barely played anybody. He's got a ton of people left to play. Jory is faking this kickoff. Oaly tried to just punish by immediately slamming a bottom right corner goal, and that's not what happened. So Jory, as the kickoff mix-up, will ice the game. 6-4. Jory always likes the half-flip kickoff on the diagonals. And he is down but not out as he tries to get one of his classic reverse sweeps. Game 4. Jory is going to continue to try and bring himself back. I don't think he was playing in the version 1 decal before, but he wants to channel the beast mode. At least that's why I assume people use the version 1 decal, but maybe we should say it's because of Calm. You know, I met Calm at Turf Wars, so we're homies now. So let it be known that Joreuz is trying to channel his inner Calm, not beast mode. Oaly trying to pre-flip back to the ball. I love these take the shots. Oaly cannot take a shot from this position with 0 boost. He will take Joreuz's corner. Look at this pre-jump. Joreuz, yeah, not going to have a hard time flicking past that pre-jump as he falls to the ground. Joreuz gets 105 kilometers per hour. I mean, we should credit Joreuz for a very good flick. Oaly did make a defensive mistake, but without that fast of a flick, maybe he still has a chance. Beast mode versus Yan. Wasn't Yan the one who said Beast mode is the best player or something like that? I'm pretty sure when somebody asked if Yan, if he's the best player, he had somebody else in mind. Was it Beast mode? Oaly trying to get to the ceiling. He's gone to the ceiling a few times to try and intercept these dribbles from Joreuz. And Joreuz maybe prepping for that. Just slamming the ball as hard as he can to get it past said challenge. Oaly trying to go low underneath Joreuz. Did not succeed, but did recover in time to get himself another possession here. He's going to try and take it down to a carry, but what is a couple awkward touches, and now he's looking to keep control with a bit of panic play. Great wall dashes in order to stay in the play without using any boost. And that reset from Joreuz is not it, but the save from Oaly is even less it, as Joreuz can easily target him. He's going so slow as he falls to the ground. Easiest demo of Joreuz's life. Hilal, you love the YouTube content. Great to have you here. We're always excited to see the YouTube viewers make it to their first live stream. I love watching show matches on YouTube, but I think nothing really beats watching one live. Knowing that the result has not been decided yet. You can't just fast forward in the video to find out. Oaly looking top right and gonna find it as Joreuz tries to intercept with an early challenge. Well, not even so much an early challenge, just an early pre-jump to put himself into position. Joreuz wave dash kickoff. I think he's had more kickoff creativity than Oaly for sure so far. This long shot is in. I don't think it should have been. What happened here with Oaly's recovery? He's been trying to do a ton of wall dashes. I wonder if it was a wall dash issue again. No, he just kind of... maybe he thought he was already scored on. So that's why he was just flipping around carelessly. Oaly absolutely falls into the trap of the early challenge from Joreuz, who convinces him to launch a very soft, easy to steal flick. So this should be a Joreuz possession here. Credit to Oaly for trying to stay in the play and succeeding in doing so far. In fact, oh, that pinch will end it. I was going to say, in fact, he just got himself a possession, but he used a pinch. Decided, what should I do with my possession? I'm going to pinch it, and that just did not work out. Luckily, he's able to stop Joreuz and counter to bring himself back within one. Phil Real, thank you for the brand new Prime. Joreuz not using his flip, not until forced to, which was never in the case of this dribble, and was almost able to get back up to the ball to get around Oaly. But credit to Oaly, who has escaped out of his net a couple times now, as Joreuz, one of the most lethal attackers in the 1v1 game, tries to break him down but can't do so. Oaly ties it up with a minute 50 left to go. You do not want to bring Joreuz to game 5. Tons of players have made the mistake of letting Joreuz smell the final game. And there is just something special about this guy in the clutch right now. He's able to use this reset to push over the top of Oaly, who was thinking about challenging off the back wall. Decided not to, and in the meantime, he's putting himself farther and farther out of position by not committing to a certain defensive strategy and sticking to it. Joreuz reset 50, actually pops the ball over the top of the net. He thought about taking his time, but actually a decent recovery from Oaly, so he'll just quickly shoot it in, take a 2-goal lead. Oh, Joreuz missed wave dash kickoff. Freebie for Oaly. Joreuz going wave dash more often than not. This time he went standard, and he's going to get scored on. I imagine. Wait a second. He's not going to get scored on. Why did I say he was going to get scored on? I knew he was going to get bumped and handle it perfectly. Readjust in net and get the save. That's what I said originally. Now Oaly, full field dribble. Trying to play a bit of keep away by keeping the ball high. And the end result is a very poor dribble that Joreuz has no trouble sitting and watching hit the ground. And then stealing away for a 7th goal. Joreuz trying to get to this midfield boost before Oaly, but not succeeding. This pinch is strong, but wide, and Joreuz is going to give it a slight touch to begin his counterattack. And it's not going to be much of a counterattack at all, as Oaly intercepts it at midfield, gets a 6th. Fake kickoff from Joreuz, or I should say half-flip kickoff. A bit different from the fake. Lots of people do like to fake the kickoff, approach it, and then not go all the way to the ball, whereas Joreuz is not really trying to hide the fact that he's leaving it. Just hoping you'll still hit it to him instead. Oaly has intercepted a couple different dribbles now from Joreuz, but he is not one to back down under any game context. He likes his mechanics in the air. He's going to stick to it despite the fact that he only needs to hold a 1-goal lead. Now he needs to gain his lead back with 17 seconds. He's lost this kickoff, and Oaly actually is going to win the race to the back corner. Joreuz, can he escape? A couple wall dashes might put him a bit out of position. Oaly flick over the top, undercutting Joreuz, and now has a shot opportunity in the air. He's going to go for a double. Can Joreuz get back? It's not going to matter. It hits the ground as Oaly did not set it up correctly. Game 4, overtime. Crucial kickoff here. Joreuz trying to win a race that he had no business attempting because Oaly was definitely going to get to that midfield boost first. Now Joreuz is able to reset on 100 in his corner. Oaly's got 100 from the opposite corner as he takes a dribble far away from the net, and then he pinches it off the ground. This is a great setup. Joreuz is out of the match, so we can't even switch to his perspective. I wanted to show you his perspective, but this is a really good dribble because it pulls so far away from the wall. Joreuz can't challenge it because of how far out to midfield it's going. And then he's able to accelerate it back to net with the pinch. It's a great shot from Oaly and a great series win. 3-1 for the Dutchman, right? That's what I believe people from the Netherlands are.